Hi everyone and happy Monday. I hope you had a lovely weekend. This is your daily reading for Monday, June 17th, 2019. Usually we do the pick a card reading, but since today's basically a full moon, or last night was a full moon, depending on where you are, I really wanted to do another full moon manifestation reading. I did a new moon manifestation a few weeks ago, and I thought that was really nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at your mini oracle deck, and then we're going to look at the Chicoli deck to see what's going on, what you may be manifesting from this new moon, from this full moon, for the next about 30 days to 30 days to 6 months. Okay, so it's kind of a longer time frame what these readings are looking for, and I just want to see what you'll be bringing into your life, as opposed to with like the new moon, what you might be sending away, or you can also manifest with the new moon, because right after the new moon, which is a great time for banishing, we get the waxing moon, which means it's growing, it's filling up, which means it's bringing more in your life. And with the full moon, people tend to know that we can ask for what we need, especially in Wicca. It's in, I think, the Wiccan read. You ask for what you need when the moon is full. You manifest. You make your wishes. You say your prayers. You ask for whatever it is you want, and then afterwards, while the moon is waning, that's when you're doing more banishing types of spell work or magic or manifesting, or I guess anti-manifesting, whatever that would be. But there is a lot of confusion because of the way that works. It's like the full moon is for manifesting and bringing new things in. The new moon is for banishing and removing things. But right immediately after, it kind of starts to switch, and so people can get very confused. So we're going to do full moon manifestation. I'm asking, what are you bringing into your life? So get yourself into a position where you are undisturbed, where you can take some deep breaths, you can get yourself relaxed, you can be grounded, and let's get started. So for whoever is here to receive this message for this day, for this reading, for this full moon, what message should they have from their higher self to mine, through me and through these cards, for whoever this reading is meant for Monday, June 17th, 2019. What will they be manifesting? What will they be bringing into their life over the next 30 days to 6 months? What are they going to be bringing into their life? What news or information or knowledge will grow for them? What will they be manifesting in their own lives for this full moon, from now until approximately 6 months from now? What is the manifestation for whoever this reading is meant to help and guide? Please and thank you. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So I think with this, speaking to your manifestation, you're probably going to be bringing a lot more peace into your life. Maybe you've had a very hectic first half of the year, but the next half of this year I think is going to become a little bit more peaceful for you, because you're going to be working through love, and you're going to be trying to connect, I think, more to your higher self, or to your guides, or to God. You're going to be praying more and thinking a lot about your life and about the situations that you're in. I think the next half of this year for you is going to be very calm, very quiet, very like I said, just very still, very peaceful. And even when other people are trying to like bring drama to you, if you're able to like just kind of let that go and let yourself be guided by the love that's inside of you, and just be like, okay, you know what? Your drama is not my drama. I don't need that. I have a very peaceful life to live. I think you'll be fine. I think what's coming to you is a lot of stillness, a lot of thought about your life. You may be thinking about your future a lot the next 6 months. You may be thinking about just kind of where you want to be as far as your love life goes, as far as your careers go, as far as just the way you're living life. You're going to be spending a lot of time really in thought on these things, and maybe even making some plans. I do think it's important for you to connect with your higher power for the next 6 months as well. Like, try to be a little bit more deeply connected. Please tell us more about what they'll be manifesting. Whoever this reading is meant for, what will they be manifesting for the next 6 months? Starting with this full moon, the next 30 days to 6 months, starting with this full moon, Monday, June 17th, 2019. What will they be bringing into their life? What messages will be coming to them? What things will be offered to them? Over the next 6 months, what are you manifesting? For whoever is here, whoever is connecting to this reading, what are you manifesting in your life for this full moon? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. You have the King of Swords. You have, or is that Queen? I'll check. You have the Empress, or I'll have to check. See, this deck, I love it. It's so pretty, but I never remember what these things are. You have the Five of Swords. Okay. You have the Queen, the King of Wands. So I think that's the Queen of Swords. And you have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so you got 3 swords in here. So again, like I said, there's going to be a lot of thinking going on for you. You're going to be in your head a lot for the next 6 months. We have here with the Queen of Swords, I think the message here is to kind of, the way you're thinking colors the way you view the world. With the Queen of Swords, I think the message is to be very careful about how you're viewing the world, whether you're seeing that people are out to get you, or the way you're seeing things is causing harm to other people. I think just be really careful about how you're viewing the world, how you're thinking about the world around you, and how that's affecting the way you're treating people. Okay, so I'm going to check this book real quick, just to see what this second card is, because I don't remember. It's the High Priestess. Okay, is that what I said? I feel like I said the High Priestess. Right, so you're going to be relying a lot on your own personal wisdom, on knowledge that is coming from beyond. I think that has to do with the prayer that you're going to find yourself in, the contemplation that you're going to find yourself in. And I think here, again, it's like, listen, be very careful about the way you're approaching the world, because I feel like this means the things you say, the thoughts you have, they have a lot of power. So, like, not just on you and your life, but on other people. So, like, your words can be cutting. They can hurt other people. They can convince other people to do things that they wouldn't normally do. You can be very persuasive in these next 6 months. And I think that is a big place of responsibility for you, which is why we have this High Priestess card coming out next. And I do think that it's telling you, to be very much, be calm, be quiet, be reliant on your wisdom, but that doesn't mean throw your wisdom at people, because again, we have this Queen of Swords. Be very, like, gentle with the way you're trying to give people wisdom, because you are at the risk of causing arguments. You're at the risk of, like, not necessarily saying the right thing, like putting your foot in your mouth kind of energy. You're at the risk of, like, yelling at people, arguing, having, like, a bunch of disagreements, people who just don't want to listen to you, people you don't want to listen to, you just want them to hear you. So really be careful about how you are using your language and using your words. And then we have this King of Wands. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fiery energy for you. Even though, like I said, I feel this next 6 months is going to be pretty peaceful overall and pretty calm. Your energy and your thoughts are going to be a little bit kind of everywhere. But I feel like, I feel like the biggest message I'm getting, especially looking at this Ace, be very careful with how you talk to people these next 6 months. Your words are going to have a lot of power, a lot of influence. You are going to be able to, like, convince people to do things. You're going to be able to, people are going to believe you when you speak. They're going to listen to you when you speak. So you have a lot of responsibility to say the right thing. And that doesn't mean being, coddling. That doesn't mean saying things to avoid hurting people. Like, stand your ground. Absolutely speak your mind when you need to, but just be aware of the impact of the things that you're saying and how they may affect other people, how they may change things, because the things that you say, they're going to bring some, they might bring some change in your life. They might bring some like, you might lose friends, you might gain friends, you might lose opportunities in your career. Like, anything could happen. So you really have to be aware. You really have to stand, like tell yourself, remind yourself that you're in control, that the way you think and the way you speak, those are things you can control. They may be tough to control, and especially if you're, like me, a very impulsive person, it can be hard to, like, bite your tongue and not say something crazy before you thought about it. I do that all the time. Like, I can't shut up sometimes, and, like, I'll say things, and then, like, 3 days later, I'm like, oh crap, did I say that? Do they hate me? They haven't spoken to me, so they probably hate me now. Like, none of that's necessary. Just stop and think before you speak. Don't be like me. So yeah, I think absolutely the next 6 months, what's going to happen for you is there going to be a lot of communication situations where you are going to need to rely on your inner high priestess, on that calm stillness, on that kind of grounded energy. You're going to really need to stand on that to avoid the arguments that are, I don't want to say inevitable, but they're going to be coming at you, to avoid getting lost in them, getting stuck in them, to really be able to stand your ground, but not to hurt anybody. Okay, I think this one especially is a really strong reminder that your words can hurt other people, your actions can hurt other people, and you need to be aware of that. You need to care about that. Okay, I know a lot of people out in the world, they will say what they want and call it free speech or say whatever without giving any kind of craps that they're hurting other people with their words. And, like, that's not okay. That is not the way we're meant to interact. We're human beings. We're people who are meant to connect with one another in love and in compassion. And if you're saying things and you know the things you're saying are hurting people, that's not compassion. If you're saying things and your intention is to help people, you can find a way to say those things without aggressively hurting them as well. So I think here, be very careful about your conversations for the next 30 days to 6 months. Be aware that, you might also be dealing with, then I don't do zodiac a lot, but I just feel like you might also be dealing with an air sign, very likely a Gemini, just because we have so much of the air sign, and then we have this high priestess here. So it's possible the communication issue you're going to be having is with a Gemini, or you're a Gemini who's usually really good at communicating, but you're having some strange issues that you haven't had recently. So just be really careful, like the way you talk to people, the way you treat people, the way you think about the world around you. Really try to pull back and not be as aggressive or as, like, fiery or as impulsive as you may be usually. Be really careful about that. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's your reading for the full moon manifestation. I do hope that resonated with you, and I hope it meant something to someone out there. Thank you so very much for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. Check out the links in the description. We have a website for Maiden Circle. We have a Facebook page. We have a online shop where you can buy stuff or get your own private readings. We have a forum where you can chat with other like-minded individuals. So come check us out. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, always, always, always that I love you. Have a beautiful night. Bye.